Welcome, guys. Curiosity Public Live. Dutch.
Jules.
Dr. Oju.
Yeah, hey, Dr. Oju's
Not Dylan.
first appearance on a live stream. You know, he decided to come help us celebrate 2 million views. You know, YouTube sent us this big announcement, 2 million views. And then it was just crickets.
That's about right.
But yeah, Dr. Oju decided to step in and help us out here. And because of that, we're actually adding to what we were originally planning to do with this live stream. And we're going to do a little head-to-head here between old Cazcanes and new Cazcanes. That should be a fun way to kick this stream off. But before we talk too much about this, why don't we check in with the chat? See what
Happy
the chat's
Friday, y'all.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. Finally.
All right. East
Looks taller.
Coast. Yeah. East Coast
Dylan
Liquor.
did get taller. You got a bit of a tan, and you have more credentials than normal, right?
He's got a,
You're like PhD,
yeah.
JD.
Lots of
MD.
Squared, MD squared.
All right, East Coast Liquor Reviews. Cheers, guys. First time I'm able to catch one of your live sipping on some Clyde May's 5-year-old 104 proof single barrel select rye. Tastes a lot like Willet 4-year rye. Awesome. Glad you could be here.
Yeah.
Jeff Perkins in the house. Cheers to the
Hey.
weekend. Great to see Market Correction Jules joining tonight. Yeah.
Finally.
And tequila
It's been a
expert, Dr.
Yeah.
Oju. Sean here. What up, what up?
Sean.
Joe says congrats on the views. Kagan C in the house. One of our producers is here. Thank you for joining. Leo's here. DL, yeah, says Dylan looks tall. And nicer, you know? He's not an a-hole.
I do think he smiles more.
I'm not even wearing shoes. I'm
I know. Yeah. We had to like lower him down
That's
a little
right.
bit. Oh man, yeah, the Arete Repo legend himself is here. That's correct. The guy that sold us on that.
Mm-hmm.
Dave says congrats.
Thank you, Dave.
Who else is here? Oh, what am I doing here? Scrolling. That's what I'm doing. Kagan C says Danielle gonna make me pour some Cazcanes 9 after this Herradura fresh crack. Nice. But yeah, there you go. Okay. We need to do a Dr. Oju emoji, people are saying. Because we've got the emojis for all the others. So.
Did they just put like a... Walking Years just added a smiley face?
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to do it. There you go.
I got the yellow shirt that kind of matches. I
Yeah,
guess.
it does match.
Oh, Patrick with the
What?
super chat.
Whoa,
Thank you for the super chat, dude. That is awesome. Congrats on the 2 million views. Yeah, I don't usually think of views. You know, we're always so focused on subscriber count.
Are we even focused on that? I mean, come on. We're terrible.
But
Promoting.
apparently, yeah, YouTube keeps track
Yeah.
of views.
Did they let you know when you hit 1 million?
Probably. I probably just forgot. But like, yeah, this little thing popped up in our studio thing and it said, you know, congratulations on 2 million views. So we're celebrating. Dylan forgot his pipette. Oh, man. Lyles here says, happy Friday, guys. Enjoying some Wild Common Still Strength. Good choice. Have you had that?
That is a good choice.
No, I've not.
Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, so thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah.
As you're trickling in, make sure you type in the chat what you guys are enjoying, if you're enjoying something with us. And we're going to talk
Well, and hit a thumbs up. I guess we should do some promotion.
Hit a
thumbs up on this episode.
Subscribe if you're
Subscribe. Yeah. Do all that jazz.
And now we're going to talk about what we have here. So, I said at the top, Cazcanes old and new. So we've got the original Blanco here. So this is just the regular Blancos, the 80 proof Blanco. This is the one that it was NOM 1599, which was Atanasio, is that right?
There's a distillery that was, I guess, contract manufacturing for them.
And then their new house is their own NOM, I believe, 1614. And so this is that one. So I thought it'd be interesting to do a side-by-side. Do you guys see a little color difference? It's
or it
really,
could be the bottle.
I don't know. It just seems...
It looks different.
It looks a little bit like
But it could be the studio lighting.
It could be the lighting in here.
Right.
Or it could just be the variation in the glass. But the new one looks a little bit like it's rested the full 3 months or something. So we're going to start with that. We'll do them side by side. Should we do them blind? Does it matter? We're just comparing, right?
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah. Now we got Dr. Oju's
we
super
don't-
tongue.
yeah.
So
After that, then we're going to crack into Blantons, but not just any Blantons. This beautiful Takara Red, which is an export version that goes to Japan only. It is 2 years older, they say, than any of the Blantons sold in the United States. They say 8 years, nothing younger than 8 years. So I believe there are some bottles, some. Thanks. Who left their water bottle out there? How did it take us this long to realize?
Amateurs.
2 years older Blantons. I've never tried it before. It's expensive. I think it's like $200 to buy the re-import versions of it. And then down there at the end, a very rare Parker's Heritage. This is the 2022 iteration. It's a bourbon. These are all kinds of random things. Sometimes they have finished ones. I think sometimes they've had a wheat whiskey in the past. This is it's a 67% 13-year-old bourbon and 33% 15-year-old bourbon. 132.2 proof.
Woo!
I mean, you can see how it's like obsidian.
Why aren't we starting with that?
Well, I think we should maybe end with that.
We should build
that.
that.
Right?
We should build that.
Okay, so let's get those bottles off of here.
Right.
Let's get our tequila glasses up. I'll get us poured, and we can check in with the chat, and then we'll taste. How about that?
Sounds
Why
good.
don't you get a sticker too, so we can differentiate between old and new? No, I need that.
Yeah.
So pass your glasses on down, and I will first pour the new Coke. New Coke here.
We'll go green with new.
Green with new. Why don't you? Yeah, we'll just put the sticker on the bottle.
Yeah.
So we'll call these new and old for reference. Green is new. And we'll put a green sticker. Not that anybody can tell which one's which. But green is new, and then what color do we want it
Do
for old?
red for old.
All right.
Provide that
So
contrast.
old glasses, guys. And this is, and I want $15.99. So make sure I pour the right thing in the right place.
Do you have another? Oh.
I did.
I only spilled a little bit. At least I didn't take my tequila glass into the bathroom with me and spill it while I was there. My doctor issue may or may
It's
not
important to stay hydrated at all times. Hydration's key.
All right, we'll leave these bottles here. Not that it's really going to help anybody. But let's let them sit for a second, open up if they need to. I don't know. Do you think a Blanco needs to open up?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get the small, highly volatile alcohols coming off. I think things definitely open up in the first couple of minutes. I feel.
All right, so we'll let these sit for a second and
Torture.
check in with the chat. Let's see what you guys are up to. By the way, you guys don't have live chat going up there. You just have top chat. Just if you want to keep track.
Technology.
So Mr. Drushka says, "Good evening, gents. Good evening, guys." Wow, I can't read. Enjoying some hibiki after watching your drink through. Which one? The Harmony?
Yeah.
That's always a fun one. Northwest Bourbon says, "Cheers."
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud.
SJCJIOS. I want to know what to say. SJC. I'm just gonna call you SJC because I don't know how to read your name.
San Jose.
San Jose is San Jose. Is that Dr. Dylan PhD? It is Dr. Oju. One level up from Dr. Dylan PhD.
Exactly.
In height only.
We look
Ian says, "I might pour a Dalmar cigar malt." Good thing Dylan's not here to disapprove. Exactly. Yeah. So somebody saw the bottle of water. What is that bottle of water? Yeah, it was just inconspicuous or conspicuous branding from dinner.
That was our pre-meal warm-up.
Yeah. Brian says, "Congrats. Love the 9, but sipping Foursquare 2010. Nice. Scott K is enjoying some Brown Foreman Early Times Bottle and Bond, so I'm totally off track for this stream." Oh, man. East Coast Liquor Reviews says, "Everywhere I go, everyone wants 150 for Blantons. Regular Blantons. Very disappointing. My last bottle was a single barrel select Blantons for 60. That's not bad.
150. Yeah, 60's a steal.
60's a good
dude.
price these days for Blantons. Yep.
But
Always
yeah, I mean, I'm
expensive.
seeing it at 120 easily every time. So
Yeah. 1957 Porsche Speedster says, "OMG,
Porsche.
Jules is on a live event." Awesome.
yo,
That's right.
I know, man. It's been a while, guys.
Yeah. Carnage Report says, "Have you guys tried the 2023 Michter's 10? I have not. I've heard a lot of people say it's really good. After buying it every single year when we did that vertical, what was it like 2016 all the way through 2022? this year I had the opportunity. I was like, you know what? I have enough.
Yeah.
And I've had enough. I've had enough of it, and the price keeps going
Well,
up.
we were
so-
also at a whiskey event where that was supposed to be served to us, and they
There were a lot of things that were supposed to be served at that event that
yeah.
they did not serve us. So
What was he then?
True.
it was the Whiskey Advocate
Yeah.
event in Vegas, and there was all these things in the brochure, and
Bait and switch.
bait and switch, big time.
I mean, they did get a cool Glencairn.
I gave mine away to one of our fans. Was there? Remember?
Oh yeah.
And they wanted to have a set.
There
I
were
was like, "Here."
several
Yeah.
actually who
Yeah.
sat down with us even, so that was fun.
King and C says, first impressions of the Herradura Legend. I could be wrong, but am I getting a thin mint note? Regardless, extremely unique on first sips. Yeah, that one was
I don't
so.
remember if I got minty.
It just tasted like whiskey. Just tasted like whiskey. I don't know what else to say about it. Have you tried that?
I think you poured me some last time I was here.
Yeah, it's weird. It's unique.
It's unique.
Not your jam.
Not
Not your jam.
not Arete unique. Different unique.
That's true. Different unique. All right. Northwest Bourbon says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up.
Yes.
It's free.
And
Nice.
subscribe. It is. It is free tonight.
Scott K says, total dream since Cazcanes is not available in Idaho at all. That's a bummer, man. So McDrushka is... Mr. Drushka. Mick Drushka. Would be funny, too. Mr. Drushka says, Blossom Harmony is what he's drinking. Found it for $160. That's a pretty good price.
That's really good, dude. That's
Yeah.
a steal.
Loot Train would like to see a best rum video. Tired of the bourbon chase, looking to find the best aged rums to go for. That's not bad. That's a good idea. I mean, we've done a lot of Foursquare. We've done too much Foursquare. some people
Yeah,
say.
it's good
We've
to
done
say.
Foursquare's delicious though.
Foursquare is so
It
good, and
is.
it's very easy for a bourbon drinker to switch over and try Foursquare. So any of the Foursquare is a great place to start. But
If you can even find them these days, man.
there's a lot more to get to, and I'll get back to the chat.
Do your clientele prefer the aged everything across the board? I personally like unaged rums, agricoles. I love unaged agricoles, but
Our clientele,
your clientele,
our
viewership,
viewers.
clients.
I don't know. That's a good question. Let
Let
guys.
us know in the chat.
I mean,
What do you guys think?
for rum specifically,
I don't know, like tequilas and rums. I guess the two.
I don't know
two
that
best do
there's-
fine unaged.
a monoculture here. I think there's a little bit of everybody. I think,
I mean, dude, we're drinking tequila next to bourbon, so
yeah, that's what we do.
Little age difference.
Wait, do you
between the two
prefer?
bottles.
How about for you for tequila? What's your? I thought you were like more of a.
You know,
Repo.
it's interesting. Like, most of my friends who are really into tequila, they start off being really into more aged tequilas, but people eventually kind of just end up with the blancos. I don't know. You just get really kind of the pure
Yeah, the
essence
pure.
of the agave is what you're kind of after. It's aged tequilas are delicious and they're nice to drink on occasions with meals or if it's a pairing or something like that. But if you're just sitting down having a drink, I'd rather just drink a blanco. You know.
I do know. I enjoy it. Actually, I like Blanco with food. I feel like it just
Oh,
cuts through a little
interesting,
better for me.
But like añejos are delicious chocolate. I think we were talking about that earlier,
Yeah.
right? Certain chocolate cakes and
So
stuff
yeah,
like that.
that would be good. Okay,
just give me a margarita.
Yeah, that's with everything.
okay. So let's kick this off. Let's. What do you want to try first, guys? Should we try the old or the new?
Let's try the old. Let's try the
Old is which
Going
one's
old.
I think
Old green, old green
red.
is new. Old
Okay.
is red.
Old is red. So we'll start with the old. Old Cazcanes. Looks nice. Oh man, the nose is so good on this. It's so earthy to me.
yeah, these guys are really a good example of lowland tequilas.
Lowland, right? You're saying not
Yeah.
low end.
High end, lowland, high end.
It's almost like a savory earthy,
It's
though. You
like
know?
salty almost.
Yeah.
Sage.
Sage. There you go. You nailed it. Oh man.
But yeah, you're getting the pure agave.
Do you want to go back and forth with like the nose and the palate?
Yeah, let's
or
do
you
that.
want-
That's actually
That's
a
a good idea.
idea.
So let's check the nose on the new Coke. Whoa.
Whoa.
Very different.
Yeah,
So
very
different.
Much more mint as opposed to. It's brighter. There's something kind of funky.
There is. There's a
It's-
funk
it's-
in this.
It's probably wrong to say, but it's almost petroleum-like.
I was about to say, yeah, that's actually where my head was going to. It's like an eraser or something, like something rubbery, like a petroleum.
Dude, no, like a brand new eraser. Seriously.
Obviously, we haven't tried this yet, but I'm reminded of when Seta Leguas increased production and brought on additional roller mills. And there was a very contentious period where they swore nothing changed. I'm sure in the production nothing changed, but their
Something
quality changed.
Didn't you almost get in a fight with somebody
Yeah,
about this?
I was gonna say that's what I remember hearing too.
Yeah, the main rep. I don't want to get into the story,
Okay.
but I was asked to confront the main rep and let him know that it has changed, and his response was that this is done over the phone, and his response was if we were in the same room, he'd punch me in the face.
Wow.
Because he's like, nothing has changed, but like even like very well known people in the tequila industry were like, yes, it's definitely changed. That being said, it's improved again. It's really good again. And the theory is that they didn't really do. This is our theory. We have no idea if it's true, but like when they brought on the additional equipment, they didn't like get rid of all the oils in the machine or calibrated or so there was contaminants in a number of lots.
Yeah.
And so I think it's true that nothing changed on their side, but the flavor changed.
Clearly,
yeah.
That's what we experienced. So I'm wondering if maybe it's just new equipment that they have that's.
I don't know.
That totally makes sense.
That's a
Because
theory.
I mean,
That's
you
my
got to season the machine. Right?
I mean, it really does kind of smell like
It does,
oil or
dude.
something. Like
Yeah.
No, man, you nailed it earlier with like
eraser.
eraser.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
a rubber.
Yeah.
Like you literally just opened a
I mean,
fresh
it's not-
pack of eraser.
It doesn't smell bad necessarily. It's just a little weird.
It's overwhelming. Though.
This was so pleasant.
Yeah,
And
I
it was,
mean-
the juxtaposition was more.
That's the shock.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the palate.
Shocking.
Let's try palate of the old, which is
the
the
red.
red. Okay. This is like so impossible for me to keep track of.
Oh, I love that nose.
Pleasant.
Earthiness carries through. Get the agave. I'm actually getting even hints of like vanilla.
Pepper.
There's definitely pepper.
It is pepper.
Like
Also
white
on
pepper?
the finish. Yeah.
Good mouthfeel. I mean, I enjoy this. It's very earthy. It's like
Very
some
earthy.
some dirt in there.
Terroir.
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 I like it though. It's just, it's not the best Blanco to me, but it's fine.
Yeah.
If I want that really earthy punch,
Yeah.
it's there.
I probably lean towards Highland tequilas, so it's a wonderful representation of a lowland tequila, but it's just again it's not perhaps my favorite palate, but it's really nice for it's just what it's supposed
There's
to be.
nothing off-putting in it. It's good.
But you're also not seeing anyone raving about it either, right?
I'm not. I mean, some people do rave about it. I know that. But all right, should we try the new? See if the oil carries through to the palate.
I want to taste eraser.
Oh man, yeah, that's all I can smell now.
Dude, me too, man.
All right, let's see how it is.
First time eraser's been used as a
Descriptor.
Okay, I don't get it on the palate.
Me too. Whoa. But there's something else happening, especially near the finish.
It's less peppery,
creaminess.
creamy. It's a good mouthfeel.
It's like a cream soda feel, though. It's like that kind of creamy.
I still get the pepper from the first one, even though I tried to like get some more.
I'm not getting much of the pepper.
Not on this. I'm saying the finish from the.
I actually kind of think I like the taste better on the new one.
I would agree. The nose, not as much, but the palate, I think, is a little better.
Yeah.
It's a little more drinkable, too.
That creaminess. So I asked. I'm not positive, but I asked, and you said that this has no additives. It is a little bit reminiscent of the. It is verified, so it definitely isn't.
Verified
But
you know
that
what? We have
creaminess
the
is
beacon.
reminiscent of
Switch to the B-cam.
So
technology.
we gotta mute that. There we go. I don't know how to make it. I don't know what I'm doing.
Clickety click.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Push the button.
This way? No. Nope. No. Oh my god.
Okay, why is doing that?
Idiot. All right, well, we'll try this. There, it's additive.
Added free.
How come we used to be able to do this? Like, didn't we used to be able
I
to
think
just
there's a setting change. It
swap?
looks like they added some new views.
I don't know. Solo layout.
Solo.
There we
you
go. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. So yeah, the little sticker there that says confirmed additive free. And just so you guys can see the back, this is the old NOM 1599. And then the new NOM You can see there, 1614. So now we'll go back
To the main can.
to the main can, which is much brighter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the creaminess is reminiscent of what you get with like the glycerin finish, but usually the glycerin's in the back of the palate. This I feel is more in the front,
I would agree with that.
which is interesting.
And it doesn't leave me with that kind of synthetic film thing
Yeah.
that sometimes happens with the glycerin ones. Yeah, it's good. Oh, wow. Well, let's get back to the comments. We'll come back to these in a second and give them another taste.
The finish seems longer too, I think.
There's a good question here, actually. I think you have tried this, but somebody's asking, or SJC is asking, Dr. Oju, have you tried Calle 23 Criollo?
Yes, I did side by side with with other. What's the other one? Is the Cazcanes Criollo? It's a Criollo as well.
The Siete Leguas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I think they're both great. I actually tended to prefer the Siete Leguas product.
It's cheaper, easier to find. 'Cause the Calle 23 is like gone, right?
Is it?
Like,
Yeah, I was at a friend's house that was generous enough to pour both, and yeah, they're delicious. I don't know if there's a question besides if I tried it.
yeah, just if you tried it. I imagine they'd want to know what you thought. Okay, let me scroll back up. I missed some questions and comments earlier, so let's see, where was I? Best rum video, we did that. East Coast Liquoroo says, went into one of my local liquor stores looking for allocated bourbon, walked out with a bottle of Fortaleza Blanco the liquor manager offered me. What an amazing tequila. It is great. It's great.
That's awesome though that they
Yeah.
actually have Fortaleza for you.
It is good.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable. Here's a good question. It's not related to any of this. I don't know if this is okay to ask, but how often is okay to drink? Do you get cravings after not drinking for a while? Well, we're probably not the best people to ask.
Seriously.
But I would say that if you are questioning whether or not you're drinking too much, you probably are drinking a little too much, and you might want to take a break
I think the time when you're
Just take a pause for like an hour.
or a few days.
if the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning is want to drink, I think that's
a problem.
Really, you want to stop at that point.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, man. What's wrong with a Bloody Mary? Though?
Dude, you're so bad.
no, but you're probably gonna like. Well, you got a point.
I
there.
mean, come on.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I
But that's like breakfast.
Yeah, don't
If you're doing vodka straight,
try to figure
That's-
out
that's
if
fair
you're
enough.
feeling dependent on it. That's a thing. Like what you're saying. If you wake up and you feel like I need to have a drink, that's a
You know,
problem.
have a Bloody Mary.
But you know, hey, there's a lot of days during the week where it's like 6 p.m. I'm like, you know what? I'd love to have a pour or something right now.
6 p.m., dude, lunch. It's been a hell of a week, you know. So.
So anyway, to answer your question, don't ask us. But you know, in seriousness, you know, talk to if you're concerned about it, talk to somebody that's a professional, and they will be able to guide you in a much better way than we can. And I'm sure people will chime in with
What
their
a
own.
straight answer, Dave.
Dude, I don't.
it's always a good idea also to take a break if you can.
Always,
take a week
yes,
off, take 2 weeks off.
Yeah,
you know.
I think at least once a month. I
Admittedly,
go a
like,
week
dude,
or
honestly,
two.
after we do a crazy filming session,
Oh, yeah.
where we film like 8 to 10 episodes in a day,
I'll take a week.
I'll take a full, at least a week
at least a
off
week.
from drinking. Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of times I'll take a month off and get through the first week of it, and I'm like, that's good enough.
You know, a week
The
is a
intent
good,
was there.
A week
The
is a
intent.
good.
Yeah.
A week is good. I mean, especially if you're not
we're
drinking
terrible,
a ton,
man. We are
because like an average week, for me at least, I'd say maybe like 3 nights a week I'll pour maybe 1 or 2 things.
No.
It's kind of average for me.
I'm sure that's fun.
You know,
That's really like-
so it all depends. If you're having like 5 drinks a night every night, then that's kind of a lot. But okay, enough of that. Sorry, we don't have a good answer for
This
you.
beer is like water, so whatever.
Walking Ears says, Dr. Oju, I like unaged rums too. Some great and interesting flavors. Let's see. Kevin Schmidt says, can you guys create versions of these without all the back and forth with chat? Love the reviews. Interesting. You know, I was actually thinking about that, like taking some of our live streams. It'd be great if an AI could do that. You know, just run it through and it would pull out all of the answering, you know, checking in with chat and just pull out the part that we did of a review.
Or you could have someone just type answers in the chat, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's. I think.
Editing.
I don't know. I feel like on rewatch, it's nicer to watch it that way with all of the checking with the chat thing cut out. But if you're here hanging out and you just want to hang out for a couple hours, you
just
want the
hang out.
interaction. So I don't know. It would be a lot of work probably for us to do it, but So.
Everything's a lot of work, mostly because it's Dutch. Dude. All the work.
One person doing it all.
It's only Dutch.
It's surprising a lot.
I
I
just
watched
love
it
to
for 2
drink,
hours, wiring things and finding the right filters.
True,
for
man.
cameras.
Dr. Oji was here for the original setup.
Yeah, we had to
man.
actually change the setup a little bit.
Right.
I couldn't fit. Yeah, they squeezed me in. Literally had to squeeze me
Well,
in.
because usually for our live streams we do a slightly different setup.
Right.
And then he showed up.
We usually don't have to worry about height on that side. That's what it is. So.
All right, Oscar Machiavelli has a question. It says, Curiosity Public is the best distilled spirits channel on YouTube. You guys are the most versatile when it comes to grain spirits, and you were not biased and always on. Well, thank you. That wasn't even a question. That was just awesome praise. We appreciate that.
Appreciate it. I am the market correction usually on the show,
Yeah.
though. Because, I mean, dude, this guy.
Whatever. It's mostly Dylan.
True. Dylan's mostly the fanboy.
Ben H says, enjoying some Cazcanes number 9. Love the proof point. Cheers. Yeah, so 9 that's the 100 proof one, I think. Because I think they have the 7, the 9, and the 10.
10, yeah.
And the 10 is the still strength. The 9 is the 100 proof. And then the 7
That must be
is the
that must
80
be
proof.
right.
Right? Yeah, I think that's how
like
they,
that.
we have the other ones over there. I don't know. But the high proof ones are great too. I love them. Okay, where was I? Yeah, 1957 Porsche Speedster says, totally agree with Oscar. Dylan is a punk, though. Agreed.
Why does he have this reputation?
Because he's not here.
Have you watched our show?
That's what we do, man. He's not here.
Oh, man.
Bad cop, good cop.
But
kind of
even
thing.
then, we actually do it to his face, too, so whatever.
Okay, CC781018 says, have you guys tried Diabolito? I have not. This is so good. I have not tried that.
No? Dr. Oju?
No.
East Coast Liquor Review says, after a few drams, I do hydrate with Colt 45.
My man!
Well played. Are there any good, Peach Coke says, are there any good cognac barrel-aged tequilas?
Yes. Paradiso.
Perdicio?
Paradiso is
Oh,
cognac
yeah.
aged. If you can get the rainbow bottles.
Those are, yeah, I have one of those still.
Yeah, so
they don't
the
have
first
those
lot
anymore.
had just the lot number. The second lot was a number with B. The third lot was a number with C. So that's how many times the barrels were reused.
I think
The
I have
C
a
was
B
available
or
for a
C.
while, but like I had B's like back in the day. And, oh my god, just amazing. C's were amazing still if you can find them. But I don't know what's going on with the current production, how often they're using, because they're still producing Paradiso. It's a very different bottle.
New bottle.
You probably
We
have it.
Yeah.
It looks kind of like the new El Tesoro bottle. I think it's a shame because the rainbow bottle was just different and gorgeous and beautiful, and Carlos did such a wonderful job with that product.
Yeah.
But I don't know anyone else who's doing it, and they're rocking it out.
So didn't they do the 40th anniversary one? Was that also a...
40th that was before my time. They're up to like 80th now, right?
No, the 40th
No,
anniversary
40th
bottle.
Yeah.
These are the new bottles.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't think I've tried.
Well, they
one
had
Paradiso.
that special release one. It was like $400. So this
40th
is
anniversary.
El Tesoro.
Paradiso.
And it was basically, like, I think a slightly older version,
So
but it was like way more expensive.
40th anniversary or 40? Because they're up to like 80th anniversary now, I think.
Maybe it was 80th anniversary. Whatever, they just had a special
No, they had a
release.
special
bottle.
release one.
Okay,
I
yeah,
thought it was-
it's. I think it's 80.
I don't know,
I've
dude.
gone to their. I was there at their 70th anniversary release and the 75th anniversary release
Yeah, it
parties.
must be their 80th.
Fun parties. Thanks, Carlos.
Nice.
Phenomenal parties. Yeah, they opened a. I think
That's a
was it
select
75th
invitation, too, right?
Well, yeah. The 75th was when they also inaugurated their new bottling facility, which is huge and cool and awesome fireworks and good food. And
Nice.
good party, really good party.
Yeah, Dr. Oju's so cool, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Mr. Drushka says that Casa del Sol has a cognac finish.
No, no.
I don't know that one, but it's good to know.
Do you know if it's additive free,
Yeah, I don't know that.
Mr. Dushka?
85th. It's a Booker's finish. The El Tesoro. That's the one I'm thinking of, I guess.
Maybe.
Okay, I don't know. I'm confused right now. I don't know what I'm talking about.
He's not hydrated enough. You need to hydrate.
Oh
some
yeah,
more.
so let's go back. Any other thoughts on these guys? Old versus new?
You know what the price point is?
They're the same price. I don't think there's been a price change. I'm trying to remember what it is. It's expensive. I think it's like 70.
What do you guys think of the eraser? Is it still present?
On the nose?
Yeah.
Which one? Red, right? No,
Green.
Green.
I just had the red.
I think it's
Yeah.
like
It's still there for me.
It's still there. But you don't get any
It's
of
a
that
little-
on the
it's a little
palate.
less-
So.
I think it's a little. Excuse me.
You're right.
Yeah, I just got
some
Ebola. I
more.
recovered from that recently, so
Ebola?
Ebola.
Ebola.
It's like Ebola, but
It's a variant of Ebola?
Sorry, the number
Not a
7, number 7 Blanco total wine,
how
$72.99. $72.99. Expensive. It's expensive, but this is where tequila's going. If you ask me, this is where premium.
Doesn't need to. Well, I mean, I guess
That's where it's
I guess
going,
where people
man.
want to spend the money.
I don't know that this was worth the price. I think it's tasty tequila, but
My daily drinker is Arete Blanco, liters, wholesale $18.
Yeah.
I love it. It's interesting. The red, I feel like, has opened up more. Sorry, the old. And I feel like the palate's a little better than it first hit
On the red?
on the red for me. I'm still, I don't know. They're different. They're not.
They're so different, though, man. I think the new is still more interesting. The red has opened up a bit.
The red has opened up. There's a little bit of a crispness to the green, the new one that I think
It's all tricky going back and forth too, because there's some overlap with the.
it's not a perfect way to do it, but
Red is still hotter to me, too.
a little more peppery.
pepper. Yeah. And green, I'm all done.
Yeah, I think I'd stick with what we said before. Nose is better on the red, palate's better on the green.
Yeah.
So that was, so we're thinking the old one, better nose. Palate was still good.
I want to know, am I getting eraser in
The green one,
in
the green
bottle?
one is got a weird eraser smell on the nose. Or did
I guess I'm not getting it. I don't know, man.
you want to try pouring it in another
Yeah,
glass?
let's do another glass. Maybe we had like.
I just
funky
washed
glasses.
these, so maybe I put too much detergent. That's a big pour, man.
Oh no, it's still there.
Looks like Jules is drinking a lot of tequila tonight.
Good thing I Ubered.
Nice. Anything else to say about these? You want to try the number 10 for comparison?
Do we have it?
Sure.
We actually have it up here though.
I don't know. This is the number 9, so I lied. But I don't know which one this is. This is the old one. And then I think we have one of the other ones over here. No?
Okay. Fresh glasses.
No, we don't have any. That's old, number 9, so don't bother. Unless you guys want to try it. So we're very organized here today.
You want to try it?
I mean,
We'll move on.
Not really.
We'll move on.
He's contemplating.
No,
it.
there's a question. There's a question.
Oh, what was the question?
What are the most complex blancos you've tried? I think it's a good question.
Oh.
I think what's coming out is actually really interesting with the Criollos, with what Atanasio's doing. Really kind of. When I first tried Antanasio Blanco a couple years ago, I called it the agricoles of tequila because it had
Right.
like a funk to it
yeah.
that was really interesting. So I've seen other comments. No, it's I don't know what else is interesting. What blancos do you guys find interesting?
I mean, for
the
me,
Tecates is
I like the really crisp Blanco, you know?
Well, the question is not what you like, but
I know,
what's
what's
most
most
complex.
G4 Madeira.
I wish we had some.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're supposed to get some today.
I was supposed to get 2 bottles of the new one today, but instead I just got regular G4 Blanco in the mail.
Very expensive G4 Blanco.
I might have to try to return, but we'll see how that goes. There's another question here. Hey guys, this is Octavio says, what about a drink through of 1123? Great stuff coming from there. What comes out of 1123, do you know?
I always have to look them up.
Let's see.
Fonseca. Oh, Fonseca's amazing. Yeah. All those guys.
Cascahuin?
No, Fonseca does. They made one of my favorite añejos back in the day. Lapis. They still make it, but it's a little different. And Lapis margaritas. Oh my god, so good.
Really?
So
Here's
good.
1123 is Cascahuin.
Okay. Oh, what Fonseca's comment was then? But Fonseca makes
That's
11. 69. 96.
No, it's close. It's like one number off, I think. 1146.
46.
2 numbers off.
There's a 6. Yeah.
Double it.
I got a 6. A comment about those guys though.
Cascahuin?
The Fonseca distillery. One of the few places that has both column still and pot stills, and they blend the two together. The guy that got his training, he didn't know what he was doing, so he went to Scotland and had
Wow.
Scottish distillers teach him how to do it. So he's got really good mastery of using really interesting different types of oak that most other distillers don't use, and the blending's really interesting too. I love those guys.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also, another factoid. It's a lowland distillery with Highland tequila.
Oh. Interesting. Well, Highland Agave.
Highland Agave.
Interesting. All right, we got some other questions here. Let's catch up on them a little bit. East Coast Liquor Reviews says Arete Repo is $26 for a 700 milliliter over here. Definitely one of the best affordable tequilas I've had. Plus, it's always readily available. I want to try the artisanal ones next.
I was such a fan of the artisanal ones before they switched their ovens. I don't know. It's weird. So they built like. I hope you don't mind me with these little comments. You guys.
No, these are great. Yeah.
So their distillery had these big, giant, cylindrical autoclaves to bake their agave in, and then they had their fermentation and so forth. And they built out a brick oven, which is kind of the more traditional way to do it. Yeah. And they moved their artisanal product to the brick oven and left the base product in the autoclave. And for me, it changed. I actually prefer the autoclave product, which is not the traditional.
I mean, I remember that too. We did the drink through of everything, and I don't think any one of the artisanal ones stood out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have. If I do, I can bring one. Like the
old,
the pre brick oven artisanal, and I thought it was amazing. And that price point was back then it was just ridiculously good. And I kept on telling myself I should buy a couple cases. When you should buy stuff,
That's how it always is.
Yeah, I know. FOMO, dude.
So good.
Okay, some other questions here. Let's see, anything else we got to get to, or should we move on? I think we're good. We got some interesting questions. No. People talking about Fuente Seca. I mean, I enjoy it. I think it's good. I mean, we did the 7-year añejo. I just think it's expensive.
His larger, longer age products, I'm not as much. I mean, they're good, but they're not blow me away.
I like the Blanco a lot.
Well, he's got a whole bunch of different tequilas that he makes.
Yeah. Well, in the Arte Gnome.
The Lapis was actually, interestingly enough, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's a pyramidal bottle, kind of Lapis colored, like blue, but it was actually developed for the female palate.
Interesting. What does
Specifically
that mean?
for a little more floral. I think is it Sergio's his partner?
Oh, I don't know.
And we had a call with him, and I was talking about that, and he was saying that was actually developed for the female palate originally. He says it also hasn't changed, but I think I've got a couple of bottles.
Interesting. All right.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
What, female palate?
Female palate.
Well, I know what that means.
It's like
but...
more floral, like easy to drink.
No, I mean,
less
how does that
alcohol
even
forward.
translate, like, with the pyramidal, whatever?
Oh, why they chose that? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, let's go to bourbon, guys.
Okay.
Boring conversation.
You got glasses here, so. What are we doing? We're doing this.
Let's do the Blantons.
We're doing the Blanton. So I'm going to show you guys this bottle. 85th. El Tesoro 85th anniversary. That's the one I was trying to think of. There's our Blantons. You can see it's kind of got a red hue going on here. And we'll get the bottle out of the box. If I don't break something in the process. And get rid of that.
We got a satchel.
They're in a bag. And the label, I don't know, you might not be able to tell here, is a little bit whiter. As in, it doesn't have like a...
The brown.
It does not tinged brown the way the regular Blanton's labels are. And then the wax is also
like
gold.
New papyri.
And it's got some literature. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it doesn't really say anything. Just regular Blanton's literature, it looks like. So, interesting product. I was really hesitant to even pick it up, but I decided, you know what? We'll do it for the show. Do it for you guys to get a chance to try it.
Pure dedication.
And
So, as much as I know about tequila, I know very little about bourbon. So, what's the significance of this guy?
Blanton's?
Of this particular bottle?
So this is a Japanese export, and this is it's called the Takara Red, which comes in that red box. And it's basically just regular Blanton's, but it's aged 2 years longer.
Okay.
So it's longer age, supposed to be, richer flavor, still at 93 proof, still warehouse aged from Buffalo
So everything
Trace.
else is the same, just the 2 extra years.
Yep. So let's give it a shot.
And is that to do it with? Do you have the 2-year younger product? Not easily accessible.
Should we do that?
Oh,
You wanna grab one?
Consistent, I think.
It might only be barrel picks down there, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, just grab a bottle. Yeah. What a brilliant idea. I think we
That's
have
what the
enough
PhD's all about. Yes.
That's why he's
That's
that's
why I
why
got
he's
my
Dr. Oju.
Yeah.
And you better be sure to call him Dr. Oju.
Doctor.
That's a good question. So I'll get us poured with this one, and we will label them red for the Takara Red. How about that? All right. Any good comments there?
Someone
wanna
wants us to add the bourbon to the tequila.
Jeez. What's the regular age of Blanton's? It's not age stated, but they say usually like 6 years is what I usually hear. 7 years sometimes you hear. Apparently with the Takara Red it's a minimum of 8. And then I've also read that it's 2 years older, so maybe it's 9, maybe it's 10, I don't know. Did you find one?
Yep.
All right, so we got a regular Blanton's coming. We'll put that in a green sticker.
So, San Jose Silhios. I don't know how to pronounce that. He's like homemade añejo. Keep adding drops of bourbon to tequila. It tastes like añejo. That sounds an interesting proposition. Or you could get an inexpensive small barrel, and you put your own tequila in it. And what's kind of fun is like Solera style. So like, I had one in my office, and you kind of just drink tequila from it, and then every so often you top it off the Blanco, and it just ages very quickly because it's small. That's I think a more authentic way to make your own añejo.
What kind of barrel? It's just oak.
Yeah.
Is it charred?
Yeah.
Did you chart?
No, I got it in actually that one particular I got in the town of Tequila, and like the guy who made it, like it looked, I don't know, it was beyond ghetto, like this guy's workbench. He had he engraved it, but he had just had like wires going to like a paper clip that got like red hot, and he was just like carving it by hand.
Wow.
Like, it was artisanal. It's very artisanal.
Someone's garage.
It
Wow.
was like, yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, you can see the bottles there. You can see the color difference now. Actually, that's a
look at that.
good thing, good idea doing that. So we
Yeah,
got the
look
red on the Takara Red, the green on the regular Blanton's bottle there, and the literature is different actually.
Color's identical to me.
Interesting.
No, he's talking about like
The label,
The
yeah,
label,
yeah.
the
That's
label.
like a liquid.
Yeah, the actual
the liquid itself.
it's very similar in color. Very
Maybe a little more red on the
Well,
green. Maybe.
I was gonna say a little more red on the red.
a little more red, a little
Red
darker
on
is
the
what you guys said. Oh man! All right, well let's try the nose. Which one do you want to try first?
Which way do we have it?
Red is the red.
Okay, let's go. Red, and green.
Are we doing the old first? What are we doing?
Well, let's nose the regular Blanton's first, the green.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's the green, right? Yeah.
We must aerate.
There's no production notes for a live stream.
Yeah, it is switching.
All right, nose.
Yeah,
Smells like Blanton's. Smells sweet.
Yeah, you're getting the honey. You're getting the brown sugar.
It's nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a good bottle of Blanton's. I mean, it's enjoyable. Good.
Oh, I'm drinking it.
Let's do the nose.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
the-
we should let
Just
them
the
sit
nose.
actually for a little bit. Let's just do the nose since
To
we
be
started.
fair, yeah.
Okay.
All right, red, Takara Red, nose. It's almost identical to me. I have a bad nose.
I get. Maybe it's just not hand sweating.
No, there's a little more of an alcohol at least tinge to it, but
I might prefer
They're a
the
little
regular
different.
Blantons on the nose.
I think they're actually
They're very similar.
they
very,
are just
very
the
close.
same, man. I mean, minus again, I think more just of the ethanol hit on it.
I'm gonna check with
I'm getting a little more earthiness on the.
on the red.
Yeah, just a little bit more earthiness.
Maybe a little bit of wood coming through.
Just a little. I mean, smallest amount.
I don't know. You poured me like half a liter of the green, so it's like the levels are different. But
Different evaporative
well,
rates.
I mean, mine are. Look at that.
No production here, man.
All right, let's check with the chat. The chance. Let's check in with the chat.
The chance. The chance.
Wow, I'm really dumb.
It's Friday.
Okay, rolling up here, scrolling up here is what I'm trying to say.
Scrolling on up.
Okay. Drink through 1123. We did that. We talked about that. Hard to justify. Okay. Here we are. Have you tried the El Tesoro Añejo in Lafroig barrels? A store near me had a single barrel of it. Yes, I've tried it. We actually filmed a fresh crack of that. I think.
Yeah, we did.
We haven't released that yet. I think it's a
yet.
short. It's to be released. We are planning an El Tesoro drink through, and that's one of the bottles we're going to include in that. I'm not sure when that'll come out, but I'll try to get that short edited out. It's very interesting. It smells just like Lafroig.
Yeah.
So if you like Lafroig, you're probably really going to like it. If you hate
It's not your
peated
thing,
scotch,
then
you're probably going to hate it.
yeah.
You didn't like it, right?
I was gonna say maybe the cheaper way to do it is just to add some Lafroig to your tequila, right? And then you don't
Add
have
a
to
drop of
get the
Lafroig to your
special-
tequila.
I mean,
There you go. Yep.
so maybe he's got a point. The San
Yeah.
Jose airport person.
So here's
He's not an airport person.
Jared's asking. There's an El Tesoro 85th at my local Costco, marked down to $3.50. Is it worth it?
If you have a lot of, I haven't tried it, but
I haven't tried
that's
it either.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
I know that Long Island Lou did a review of it, and he basically said it's just super expensive. And when you can get you can get 5 bottles of Paradiso as opposed to 1 bottle of that. He's like, it's a no-brainer. So, okay. What is the regular age of blends? We talked about this. Have you guys tried Luna Nueva Añejo? I have not. Doctor.
No, but that's an interesting name because I know Luna Azul. I've never heard of Luna Nuevo. I've never heard of that tequila.
All right. I haven't either. DL says, Dutch, any advice on finding special releases, exports, or harder to find bottles? No. I mean, it's just persistence. You just have to kind of be persistent. And then if you
Once you find your spot, it's kind of like keep going back. To
find your
those.
spots, I mean, check the websites
check-
that are sites.
Google alerts. I mean, you can
Google
use that
alerts
all the
help.
time.
I mean, find a store that gets them in and just keep checking their inventory.
yeah.
I do that a lot. Find your local store that you can develop a relationship with sometimes with an owner, and
I find it funny. He's like, I don't know how to do it, and then he lists like 20 ways to do it. And,
none of these are
Well, none of
foolproof.
them.
Like,
Yeah,
no, no, but
they're not guaranteed. That's
all-
the
they all
thing.
take a lot of
I mean,
time,
Do
too.
you have
Yeah,
any actually from a tequila perspective? Like, what do you do?
tequila, you're kind of limited to. Well, new releases. I'm more into the older bottles, and that really involves groundwork. You have to go find old, convenience stores or liquor stores in slightly Hispanic neighborhoods, typically more affluent Hispanic neighborhoods, and look for a dusty bottle that they missed in the back shelf. That's kind of what you're. That's literally.
That's
how you
pretty
do it.
much the same thing. Actually.
yeah. I mean, so you got to put the work in.
You gotta put
Yeah,
the work
that's
in.
all it is.
But
That's
you
all it
do have like you had mentioned to me like you use some kind of like alerts or something.
Yeah, you can set up like
'cause you-
Google
Google
alerts.
alerts.
There's like
Yeah.
various apps you can do. There's actually people that even sell
Yeah.
services of like they send you an alert when things drop and stuff like that. So like, I don't do any of that, but there are those things out there. So I mean,
Dylan.
Okay, here's a
I'm sure
business idea. You use AI to scour all the Google
Inventories.
photos that people put on, like Google Maps photos of
on
the
social
inside of liquor
media.
stores and try to like
oh yeah,
identify
I've
models.
used that too.
So someone
We
can
have
do that.
successfully hunted down bottles in Europe that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you can use
literally.
like AI to just scour and try
That'd
to
be great.
yeah,
great.
business idea, someone.
So Mr. Drusko says it's easier to get Japanese exclusives on the West Coast. I'm on the East. So that makes sense.
Time to move.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah, here Jonathan Lee says KL has been dropping lots of Japanese imports, including the Takara Red. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
where we
we're
got
on
this one.
KL a lot.
KL is
So,
a great site to check.
Yeah.
Stuff goes really quick. So
Yeah, you got to be on it.
Okay. Let's see here. If Jules doesn't say the Blantons are smooth, I'm gonna know it's rigged.
That really entertained Dr. Lucio.
Matthew Parks says I agree. Persistence. Yeah. So I mean, I go to like some of the same stores, and I go for like months and
Dude,
find
Dutch
nothing.
has his route, guys. So you
find
know how there's
nothing.
like a bourbon trail in Kentucky? There's a Dutch trail in California.
Yeah, but don't follow too close because it stinks. But like then the 30th time I go in there, there's a bottle sitting there. So it's like, yeah, you get lucky or are you just persistent? You just have to be persistent.
And here's the thing: I've gone with him on that route, and every time I've gone with him, there's usually nothing.
Yeah,
so
that's most of the time.
yeah.
And to that point, when I do visit Dutch, I don't think I've come down once and we've not gone to a liquor store at some point together. So
That's true. We're probably gonna do that tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. So SCJIOS is
San Jose Airport.
Nohatal for PhD in agave spirits. Directly translates to master of distillation.
Oh,
Interesting. I want to know how to pronounce it. I don't know how. I don't know. Spell it out phonetically, so I know what to say when I see your comments. But thanks for letting us know.
in agave. It's like Sacagawea.
So DJ the Woodman says Corazon tequila finished in Weller or Thomas barrels. Have you tried? We have a bottle of one of
I want to
those.
say one of the Weller, right?
I don't know which one it is, but it's owned by Sazerac, and they just
They did
there's a
a
bottle right there. See
They
next to
did-
the Knob Creek, behind the
Yeah, what
Knob
does it
Creek.
say?
Grab that one. We need to shift down a little bit too.
there was a different looking bottle, the tall bottle, but I think it's the same label. They used to do one with Pappy, I think. Is
Yeah, I think they just changed the bottle design.
that- yeah.
Oh, this is single barrel. Are they all single barrel like that?
I don't remember, but I remember their Tara bottles.
Yeah, so this
Pappy
is
was my
aged
favorite one of the
in
ones.
Buffalo Trace, but since Sazerac bought Corazon, they're just. I mean, a lot of these tequilas are aged in bourbon barrels, and now they're just putting which bourbon.
What makes a difference, though?
I mean, a little bit. I don't know.
I thought so. Well, I mean, I tried a bunch of different ones, and I thought they were different.
You think they're good? That one maybe is just not very interesting, but that one to me was not very good.
The
I'd be
Pappy
inter-
was really good, I thought.
There you go. Now you got somebody telling
I
you.
just saw
I was joking
SGS just joking
about the master distillation.
about that whole thing. And we fell for it. I love it. That's too good.
Okay,
That's
winner.
too good.
Somebody won.
Yeah, you won. Friday night, bro. You won, man.
Well done. Well done.
Bro.
Okay, let's drink some bourbon.
Yeah, let's get drinking.
All right, let's go back to the nose and see any difference.
Which one are we starting with? The green or the red?
Okay, so now the red smells sweeter and richer.
Definitely more.
The
depth.
green's a
It's
little bit
opened up.
lighter. Dude, we're off center. You gotta move down a little. Sorry. There you go. No, that way.
Dr. Oshi's playing footsies with me.
Sorry, OCD's kicking in. I'm like, that line needs to go right down the middle of
Right
Jules'
down.
face.
Right down.
Has to go.
There you go.
Wait, so my armpit.
Yeah, I
falls
think
in
the nose on the red is opened up to be better.
Yeah.
It's richer.
Yeah, I'm getting like a bouquet finally, like the floral bouquet.
Which one's the new one again? Or
red-
the older one?
The older one's a red
Older
one.
one's red.
Okay.
Or the expensive one, we should say, is the red.
The red is the red.
The red is the Takara red. Yeah, so I feel like the red opened up, the green one stayed the same. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Shall we go in?
Yes. Let's get drinking.
So you want to start? Let's start with
Let's
regular.
start with
Green.
So green.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers to all of you guys too. We forgot to do that
Cheers,
earlier.
guys. God, how rude.
That's
Yeah.
delicious.
It's tasty.
That's why it's so good, man.
Smooth.
There you go, Dutch said it, yeah.
I mean, it's sanded down. It's sweet. There's no sharp edges. It's super.
It's
drinkable.
classic bourbon flavor.
What's
man.
the same proof for both?
Yeah, 93.
93, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice.
93. It's really drinkable. Yeah.
Yeah. You're getting your honey, you're getting your caramel, brown sugar, getting the caramel.
Do you get tired of the sweetness? Is that wear on you? Like after a big snifter?
Certain things sometimes. If it's really sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I want a
think
little
if
more
it's
spice.
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of mood I'm into. Like weird. Like
I can
recently,
go back to this all day, though, man. I mean, come on.
It's pretty drinkable.
It's so drinkable.
But if I want to sit there and focus on it,
Yeah,
I get what you're
different
saying.
thing.
Like
Yeah,
it might be a little bit much. But like if I'm just chilling out, not really-
Background
background bourbon, it's fine.
Background bourbon, trademark.
All right. Yeah, let's try the red.
Okay.
It's a little bit richer, maybe. Very similar flavor profile, so it kind of like lays on top.
It just sits
But I
on
feel like
top
there's a
perfectly.
little bit more depth, but not much.
No, not much.
Not a couple $100 more.
If anything, I think I'm getting more mouthfeel.
Yeah.
You know, it just feels a little more oily.
All right, guys. First impressions: save your money. Don't buy the red.
Yeah, for real. Don't even bother looking.
You can see on the East Coast.
Okay.
side.
Yeah. It's a little bit better. I tried it again. There's a little bit.
What's the price on this again?
It's like over 200. I think it was 250 or something like that.
I
Now in Japan, it's cheaper. So like if you live in Japan, this might be totally worth it. But to get the re-imports,
Yeah, not pass, guys.
they're very similar.
very similar. It is better.
It's
I
too
agree with
close.
everything. It
It's
is
too close, though,
um,
to justify the
what's
price.
Now-
the price point of the
Regular.
normal one?
I mean,
Well, I mean, if you can get it,
it should be
at
about
MSRP,
60 to 70.
yeah.
If you get it at Costco, it'll be like 60. But if you walk into a lot of stores, they'll have it priced over 100.
Yeah,
But you can still get it again if you're persistent. You can find it.
Definitely worth that. Yeah. Well, 60 whatever.
So here's the other thing though: is this is a fresh crack. We just opened it. This bottle's been open for quite a while. This is probably an old dump date.
At least a year.
This is a
2
2020
years,
bottle,
Yeah.
so it's probably been open for at least a year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let these sit. We'll come back to them at the end. We'll see if the red opens up a bit more, or the green even opens up more. And
But
we'll
so
get-
far, guys, yeah. I mean,
But
right
so
out of
far-
the gate, it's just like that much of an improvement.
yeah. I mean, it's a little bit better, but it's
Not,
not
like almost triple the
$250
price.
better. Yeah, I would grab this one over it, the red.
Oh yeah, in a blind, this
But-
wins already out the gate.
Yeah, but it's close though.
like I'm just going back and forth.
Yeah,
and
what do you think?
I just want to keep drinking this one, and this one I'm like I want to drink this one.
It is better.
Not the price difference.
Right.
Measure it with the price difference, but
Just from
that's
flavor.
is really good. It's really good.
Yeah, the depth of the flavors is it's bigger.
But I'm sure like there's other
Not that
bourbons
much
that you're gonna get better bang for the buck than this.
Well, bang for the buck, yeah, I think so. And we're about to try a really crazy
one
old bourbon.
that's
It'd be interesting to have following of these, which are kind of in that 7-year range. But I'm gonna let these sit till the end, I think, and kind of come
Yeah.
back to them and see.
Pretty good idea.
I think what's a good idea is if I pour a little bit more on it.
Yeah, go
Wow,
for it.
really?
Add to
Yeah,
the.
dude.
He'll finish it. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh, I
Well, I,
don't
need to,
doubt
I, want
that.
to, I want it to all age at the same rate. And
That's fair. All right, I'm gonna check in with the chat, and then we'll get to our next bottle we're gonna open, and then we might close out with one more fresh crack. We'll see how things go. You're gonna double up too, huh?
I guess I should. I should reload.
It's good. No,
And that's it.
it is good. The question I have though is it worth the
Is it
price? I
worth
should
it?
actually find out how much I paid for it, huh? That'd be an interesting factoid. I want to say it was like $250.
Yeah, if we can get the exact amount.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll tell you guys to see. Blanton's Takara Red was
300.
can
220.
Oh, it's under 250.
Still too expensive.
Yeah, double.
I think if I'm spending $70 on regular Blantons, I could see spending
$100.
$100 on the red. I could see that. It's good.
At most 150.
I don't know about that.
At most.
Okay, I'm gonna check with the chat here.
120, 19 cents.
19 cents. Just had to throw that in there. Huh?
Not a lot.
gotta go
Okay,
check
so
Oh, you.
what? I have a Buffalo Trace and Blanton's Corazon. Where's Dylan's framed picture of himself? Here's a great question. We should have you answer this one. Walking Ears asks, Dr. Oju, how did you end up getting into tequila and learning so much about it? I know part of the story, but I don't know the whole story.
I
just know Tommy's, and that was a part of it, right?
So I mean, my intro was in the early '90s. I didn't know anything about tequila. I was.
What were you
Actually,
drinking?
I'll tell you the origin. The
Origin story?
my tequila origin story. Yeah. No, I was at a bar on a first and only date, and she had a couple of her cute friends with her, and the bartenders pulled out some really nice tequilas to flirt with the girls that I was with, and I tried some. I think it was Perfidio, the cactus, and I'm like, wow, this is really good. I had a buddy of mine at a bar who I said, I'm like, hey, do you know anything about tequila? And he's like, well, if you want to learn about tequila, you have to go to Tommy's. And I went to Tommy's, and they had
Tommy's, we should say, is Tommy's Mexican
restaurant,
in San Francisco. It's kind of like one of the early meccas of good tequila.
Especially in the city.
Well, it's actually internationally known.
Yeah,
it's been
and
on
Julio's
the top
known everywhere.
VIP of tequila, top 50 restaurants or bars in the world at one point. But it was in the 90s. That place was magical. I was there at least 3 times a week.
Nice.
That's where I got my intro too. Thanks to you.
They have an extensive, really about education. Julio set up a program where they talk about the origins, this little spiel. They have a club you join, you drink tequilas, you go through the program. Nice. There's different levels. There's like the masters, then there's like the PhD, then there's the demigod.
That's actually why you're a doctor, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm doctor then. I'm gonna be a doctor too. But yeah, at the highest level, you go to Mexico with Julio Bermejo is like the super VIP of tequila, and this is before they had tours. This is before there was an tourism industry in Mexico. So he developed personal relationships with the distillers. So we would go hang out with the owners. We'd hang out with the master distillers. We'd go to their homes and drink with them. One of them took us out to the horse races. It was like, and it's super fun. The tequilas you had access to in the 90s. Now what we consider rare back then was plentiful and inexpensive,
and a lot of the brands were much different and much better. I mean,
smaller production, higher qualities. It was just a heyday of awesome fun and delicious tequila, and then being able to go to Mexico and make these connections with the people in the industry. So that's my origin. But now, I think the infrastructure's in place. I mean, if you're interested, you should set up some tours, go to Mexico, and visit some distilleries. I keep trying to get Dutch to go with me, but I don't think it's
That's a different story. What happened to those girls?
He said first and only date.
That's the first and only date.
Oh, man. All right. Mr. Jelly says 210 on KL pre-tax. DJ the Woodman says, I got to visit family in Virginia where I got a bottle of the Bowman. Down here in South Florida, you just can't find some of those bottles for a good price. $200 for Blantons all day, everywhere here. Wow. Roscoe P. Coltrane is here. Cheers, everybody.
That's all the tourism, man.
DL says, just picked up a bottle of Artenom 1146. Thoughts on it being, quote, baby tears. Which I believe is a phrase we coined over here, and now everybody's saying it. But
so, that's our thought on it.
What is baby tears?
Baby tears of
Tears of
Verona.
Verona.
Oh, tears. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's different. It's a different finish, but to me, it's like it has that same
quality.
It still retains that core of agave while adding so much barrel influence.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't
same distillery.
Yeah, right. Now he's got his own distillery.
Who?
Herman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But Tears is still out of 1146, isn't it?
I don't know when they're going to ramp up production, or if that's going to move. But yeah, it's that distillery. So he had access to all of Fonseca's barrels and and so forth.
So, but is he doing T1 out of that too now?
All I heard is he's finally got his own distillery. That's literally all I heard. Herman is the nicest guy too.
Yeah.
You got to meet him.
Yeah, I've met him a couple times. Yeah, he's awesome.
Has his iconic hat all the time.
Yeah, super nice. Super nice. Okay, let's get the next thing poured. Actually, we'll get this one more question before we go. Oh, Herschel's here. What's up, Herschel?
Hey, Herschel.
So Ian says, part 1 of 2, I'm primarily been a Scotch drinker, and despite trying a bunch of standard bourbons, Makers and 46, Four Roses, Small Batch, Knob Creek, and then part 2 says here, Woodford, Bullet, Buffalo Trace, etc., it's all been like pretty good, but I would take a single malt over any of them any day. I want to get bourbon. What would you suggest? That's a great question. So pretty good. So what is it about single malt that you like?
I'd also ask what like Islay, Highland,
Right,
quite
so, like,
different.
That's what I mean. Like, what aspects of Scotch do you like? Because it may be that just bourbon doesn't hit those things that you like. I mean, for bourbon drinkers, a lot of times it's that sweetness,
Right.
it's the oak, it's the spice. You know, we talk a lot about the floral component, which is kind of next level. So what I would actually say is try some of the higher proof stuff.
Yeah.
Because bourbon, when you get to the higher proof, you really start to get those
The nuances.
spices
you know,
punching,
spices.
balancing out some of the sweetness.
You get the
the
stewed
oak.
fruit that our fellow friend Dylan
So if
was
you can
talking about.
Yeah, if you can find some of the higher proof from any of those distilleries, you know, a Four Roses cask strength,
Makers 46 cast strength.
Makers
I mean,
46
that's
cask
a great,
strength.
yeah.
Any of the Buffalo Trace higher proof stuff. That's kind of an easy answer, but you know, let us know what you like in your Scotch, and maybe we can provide you with a better answer on that.
Yeah, and if he likes peat, you're definitely not going to find it.
You're not going to
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Jay Vaughn says, "My question is, what is the most you would pay for Tears of Llorona?" Well, they do have the 375 bottles now, the small bottles. I don't know what those go for, but I've paid $200 for a 1 liter bottle of it.
Me too. I've gone a size 200.
My tears gave me tears.
You lost it?
I got the first release, first lot, whatever. Opened it up, had some, loved it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna save it. So I put the lid on, put it away. Years pass, open it up. This is before I realized that you can have oxidation on an open bottle.
Yeah. And those
Killed
seals are
it all.
not
Ruined.
good. The seals on the Tears are not good.
Ruined it. So I had to toss the rest of the bottle. I cried, and I haven't bought a bottle since.
But what would you pay?
I don't know what. I mean, I bought it when it first came out.
It used to be like 180, 190 back in the day. These days it's like 220, 230, I think, for a 1 liter. But they do have, like I said, they do have the 375, which is,
I'm not the one to ask.
yeah,
I like it, but
pay market price. I mean, the thing is, it's usually not marked up. It's
not.
usually
It's like at
list.
200, yeah.
230 around that. So, I mean, I like it enough that I always want to have a bottle of that on hand, so I would pay it, but that's me. And another super chat.
I do have a bottle of that on hand. Of my 1 of 10.
Nice.
You know, Tears is on there.
Thank you for the super chat. East
What?
Coast Liquor Reviews. If you
Hey,
guys
thank
need to
you,
check
East
out
Coast.
his channel as well, he's got a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Some good reviews going on over there. Thanks for all the great suggestions and awesome spirits. On a serious note, this Colt 45 is extremely smooth. Awesome. Oh, Mr. Jolly says,
Colt
Old
45.
Forester 1920 is a great value. That would be a good one for you to try, Ian.
Yeah.
So, okay, here we go. Here he says, I
he
found
did
myself
on
landing on
Speyside.
Speysides a lot, with the odd Islay, Highland Park as well. Some of my favorite have been Cigar Malt, Abuna, Glenmorangie, Quinta Ruban. So I mean, you're in the bright,
Quinta
you're in
Ruban
that
is delicious.
profile. Yeah, I mean, those are all some of my favorite scotches too. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you just need to change gears in your brain.
were you with me when we tried the Quinta Ruban in
Oh, yeah.
Prague?
Prague, yeah.
Oh, such a good time.
Yeah, that's a good bottle.
Yeah.
I enjoy that stuff. Okay, so yeah, chat will give you some more suggestions for things to try, but somebody said Old Forester 1920. That could be an interesting one. I need to kind of think about that.
I
you
wanna go
like-
back to that place. Sorry.
If you like Speyside, what would you like in bourbon? I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to know. If you've tried all those and you can't find something you like, then you may just not like bourbon. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
possible.
you tried a lot of them.
You've tried a
man.
lot,
Yeah.
and if you don't find something, so I always tell people you've tried Woodford, which you listed there.
Yeah.
I always tell people if you've tried Woodford,
That's a
think about
baseline.
all the categories you get there because you get a lot of the spice,
Yeah.
you get a little bit of the wood, and you get some of the sweet.
A touch of sweet.
And if you like all of those, try some of the higher proof Woodford stuff. Maybe try the Woodford Double Oak. If you find one of those categories that you're like, hey, I really like the spice component, then go to some of the spicier, higher rye bourbons. Maybe try a rye. Some of those things could be interesting. So, all right.
Okay, we're gonna circle back to.
What happened?
What?
Oh, circling back to the height issue.
Yeah, did Dylan get taller? Yes, he did. We replaced him with Dr. Oju today. Okay, let's get to our last bottle that we're going to crack.
Oh, we have more. Yes.
Why don't you grab that?
Shit,
Get some glasses.
Some glasses.
I should stop drinking this one.
Here we go. So this bottle, I'll do the close-up while Jules is getting us some glasses here. This is the Parker's Heritage, which is an annual release from Heaven Hill. Proceeds go to support ALS. So if you ever see anybody buying and scalping this bottle, punch them for taking money and not donating it to ALS, any of their profits. Okay? Just don't really do
Punch
that, but mentally do it. So this is the 16th edition of Parker's Heritage. It's a blend of a 13-year-old and 15-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon. The 13-year-old was aged, do you guys care any about this? 5th and 7th floors of Rickhouse Q.
Yellow on yellow.
You see it?
It's brilliant.
And then it was rebarreled. So twice barrel on that one for 4 weeks. And then it was later blended with a 15-year-old that was aged on the 2nd and 5th floors of Rickhouse II. The double barreling of the 13-year-old bourbon helped to bring out even more oak spice notes. And then blending it with the older bourbon helped create a unique, bold... And we don't want to read the notes. We want to tell you our notes. So, last one of these that I had
It's bored.
was the one we reviewed on Bourbon Guild. What?
It's weird. Is our stream still going?
Yeah, he paused it,
Oh, you did?
I
Okay.
think. Wait, you
pause
just
it?
you just realized that?
Yeah. I mean, I see the chat still going, but
I don't know what's going on.
all right.
Yeah,
I didn't pause it.
I mean, we're still getting comments. So I'm hoping that the stream is
still
going.
working.
Did I hit the play button?
No,
Oh no, I think
No, we're
because
going,
comments
we're
are still
going,
going.
we're
So,
going.
all right.
jeez, don't freak me out like that. Jeez.
I know Dutch got worried,
Technology.
Okay, so the last one of these I had, I think, was the orange curacao one,
man. Yeah. That's what
and then we had one of the other bourbon ones. It was like an 11-year bourbon. I'm
What
trying
do
to
you
think.
mean orange curacao one? Is it?
They had one that was finished in
Finished
curacao
in
barrels.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Orange curacao was barreled.
I mean, legit ones are, I think. I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
That's what it says on the
I
bottle.
just know they make great. Well, they're using Mai Tais, and I love Mai Tais.
Look at the color on this thing.
Wow,
It
look
is
at
so dark.
It's cola dark.
So this was my lottery winning. I won this in the Total Wine Lottery, so I spilled.
Oh, is that what this is?
I don't have the added sound effects this time. Yeah, this was my my lottery winning. So,
Congratulations.
thank you. Aren't you glad you showed up?
Good.
All right, how's the nose?
Wow.
Should we let it sit?
I mean, I get a lot of it
Well,
from the table right
let's
now.
Let's give it an initial nose, and then we'll come back to it.
All right.
Oh man.
Wow.
You want to talk about a rich nose?
Seriously.
Oh, we should point out proof
So
point
it's, oh yeah.
132.2, so 66.1%.
It's velvety is how you describe it.
It is.
But there's wood, but it's not tannic.
But it's not tannic, yeah.
There's a lot of sweet to balance it out, and some spice.
It's luscious.
Oh, luscious, rich.
Oh man, it's just it's perfect almost. This might be a 10, dude.
Fifth element perfect. It might be a 10.
Perfect.
Okay, let's start with the chat. We'll come back to it. Let it sit for a minute here. Nice to see Doppelganger Dylan making an appearance.
What? Dylan?
Yeah, we got Dr. Oju here. David M says...
Dylan, did you see you got taller?
Yeah. David M says, my wife says it's pronounced Spy-side.
Spy side, not spay.
That's better.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, man.
Spy
Oh,
side.
East Coast Liquor Reviews became a member today of
What?
Curiosity Private. Thank you for
Awesome.
joining.
Thanks.
This is an awesome way to support our
Yeah.
channel. If you guys want to become members, you can click the join button, or you can go to Patreon. Join over there on Patreon. We do have
Nice.
our producer guild over there, which is our super special member.
Oh, do we bring back the guild label?
I think it's called Producer Guild. It is,
All
yes.
right.
So Ian says, thanks for the suggestions. Woodford has been my go-to for a bourbon, but that might be like someone saying Johnny Black is their go-to scotch. I'll check out 1920 and Rare Breed. Yeah, Rare Breed's a great one. Again, like if you like that Woodford, maybe try the double oaked. Maybe if you can find the Woodford batch.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorites. But yeah, try a few here and there. Maybe you'll find one you really like. So Harvey says, to the Speyside bourbon question, I would say Maker's Mark, which is a weeder and more approachable. That's an interesting one too, yeah. That's interesting. Bill Scott says, cheers on the views, guys. It's been cool getting to know your palates over the years. You provide helpful insights. Well, thank you. It's very kind of you to say. Let's see if we can provide any insights to this Parker's Heritage. I'm going to give it another nose. See if it's opened up a little bit here. I didn't need to.
I'm.
Oh my God.
What's surprising me, and I just tried heating the glass up. I'm getting like no heat, no alcohol really on the
no
nose.
tannic, no burn,
Not really.
right? No ethanol on
Which,
it.
but at that proof, I expected. So
right.
it's like,
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
I don't know, maybe got shortchanged. Maybe didn't
I mean, you'll
get
find
all
that
the proofs in there.
sometimes when they've just aged that long. It just
Wow.
there's so many other components that punch through that.
I mean, dude, you guys are you're getting the dark fruits.
Yeah, rich dark
so
fruit.
rich, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, peach.
But like
Cooked
Dylan's
down.
cooked down
Stewed.
stewed peach. Oh, it's so
yeah.
nice, man. Peach pie.
This is the problem I have with like really good like noses on spirits.
Yes.
I don't want to drink them.
I
I just want to walk around.
This is one I want to keep nosing. All right, let's go on, guys. Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers to all of you guys. Let's see how this is.
Oh wow, that's meaty.
That's damn good.
This is your.
That's damn good.
It's really oaky.
Wow.
It's really oaky.
Only on the finish for me though.
Yeah, but it's not tannic.
It's not tannic.
It's not tannic.
Yeah.
It's just it's a.
On the front though, dude, I mean, I'm getting like a nice bouquet of everything. I mean, I'm getting like a chocolate, like fruit, dark fruit. It's like
really dark.
it's like peach drizzled in like dark chocolate.
It's like
man.
it's like dark chocolate on a plank of wood.
Yeah. Totally.
So, taste-wise,
wow.
taste-wise, there's no hint of this, but my brain goes to prime rib. I don't know why. Like I'm getting kind of
You want to pair this with a prime rib?
No, like it just like
Or you
it
just
takes
think
my
of
brain
prime
there.
rib?
Like it's like deep enough where like I feel
Oh,
like I'm eating
man.
a steak or something. Like,
Second
I
sip
think
is
it might
even
be
better.
like the savouriness of like with the horseradish. I think
Oh, second sip is
it's
even
like
better.
kind of that experience, right?
It's-
that umami experience.
Oh, second sip is so much
umami,
better.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Which
good.
is not what you expect in a.
I'm getting like cola, like Coca-Cola, like there's some.
Oh yeah, that effervescence of
Effervescence.
it. Yes,
The sweetness comes through on the effervescence.
dude.
this
but
and
this
Coke
is
would be really
like
good,
the
right?
legit Coca-Cola. This is like
Like Dr.
Mexican
Pepper.
Mexican cola, dude.
Oh, that's good.
Glass bottle and everything.
Wow.
Hey, congratulations on winning this, and
I know, that-
congratulations
wow.
to me for being able to try it. Exactly. I win.
Oh man. Oh, the nose is so good.
What is this? What is this retail for? If you can get it.
I believe price
what's the
paid
price
was
on this?
$250. I want to say. I should
Yeah,
find this out.
that's definitely worth that.
Yeah, I mean it's a no-brainer at retail.
Oh man, that is so good.
Let's see what
Wow.
I paid actually. They usually, when you win them, they usually just sell them to you for retail.
Yeah. So those cursed people selling it for above retail.
Sorry, $195.
Oh Jesus!
Wow,
Yeah, that's what we paid.
dude.
All day.
All day.
What do you think is going on in the secondary market if it's available?
Let's see.
Call
Partners Heritage?
300.
At least, probably
Yeah.
more.
Probably
I'd
500.
guess 400 or 500.
Yeah.
Heritage 16th.
Yeah, some Oscar
$8.99,
said it's also
Jesus.
$8.99.
Yeah, that looks like $7.99. That's kind of the secondary. Looks like
Dude,
the
one of
lowest,
them's like at 1,100.
600. Yeah.
Shoot.
I noticed this. Oscar says agrees with me on savory and meaty.
I love that bottling.
That's all.
I don't know what I get.
Hopefully it,
I don't know that it's meaty to me. Let me see. Let me get
I get me.
it's not that it's meaty, it's
but
that
it's-
it makes you think of it. And
Yeah,
I think
it's-
that's what it is.
Maybe it's the umami.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the depth of flavor. It feels like
There's so much flavor happening. I mean, this is so
There's
good,
something
guys.
magical that Heaven Hill can get to at
Yeah,
these high
that
age statements.
Yep.
When it doesn't go tannic, it goes
It's just
perfect
Yeah,
like this.
spot
I
on.
mean, it just gets so good.
so. This to me, this is a treat because like I drink bourbons, but not to your caliber or have your expertise, and this is definitely a treat being able to try this. So thank you.
Absolutely, dude. Thanks for bringing all the awesome tequilas.
so humble.
He brought actually a very unique tequila that we're probably going to shoot something on tomorrow, maybe, or this weekend. I don't know. Eventually,
Kind of. Probably.
but man, this takes.
This
the cake
is a
tonight.
treat,
This
man.
is
Yeah, this is great.
ugh.
I think this is the new top of the leaderboard
I mean, this would
You
be
think
up
so?
there. This would be.
Oh, you guys gonna do the?
with our leader, with our
I
scoring
mean, I think we should put this
criteria.
in. I think we should put this into the competition. I mean, it's
This is up there.
this could be a
This
diamond.
is- yeah,
It could be. I can't think where I would dock it right now.
me too. Because the nose is perfect. The nose is perfect. Palate,
Nose would be like a 9 for me.
it's perfect, dude.
There's the finish is not perfect.
No, finishes.
Finish-
No, I'm talking about nose. Just the nose alone's already a 10.
No, not for me.
Spice, it's missing.
It's really good. I mean, it's like a 9.9.
Okay, if I
should
wanted to be
round down.
really, really picky, my only criticism is that it really the palate is on the front of the tongue. I'd like to extend it a little further back in the palate. Now
Yeah, I wish
how
the
that
finish
moves in,
was longer.
It's not just longer, but just where it's finishing on the palate. Like
Yeah,
where the
you're right.
tongue
It
is
almost
finishing.
jumps straight to the finish. I think it's because it almost like numbs you because it's so high proof.
Maybe. Yeah, it'd be interesting to just dilute it maybe a little bit.
It would be interesting, and we can do that since Dylan's not here.
Is he anti-dilution?
He's anti-dilution.
We usually get
I'm gonna give
berated
it a
if we do.
little drop and just see.
How dare you?
He's a purist, you know. He's like, I'm only gonna drink it as the person put it in the bottle.
But then behind, backstage, he like has all this ice on.
Oh
it.
my gosh, yeah. He's pouring.
He's got like the
ice.
Death Star ice cubes,
Blanton's on
guys.
An Eagle Rare on ice.
We know you, Dylan.
Oh man, it's just candy with water. It's just pure candy. It gets
So
sweeter.
good already.
It gets sweeter.
Let's try.
Just like a drop. It gets sweeter and. I mean, it's a more intense experience straight, of course, and I would recommend drinking it straight. But man, with a drop, it just becomes candy, dude. Oh my gosh.
Dude, on the nose alone. More floral.
It does open up in the palate. Like I feel like it's kind of moved back a little bit more. So yeah, maybe it's just the alcohol that's really keeping it.
Almost a high
That's
proof.
proof.
It's very
It
proof.
doesn't taste.
But drink's easy for. I mean, kill the glass and it's like nothing. I mean,
It's black magic in that bottle.
it is. It's absolutely exquisite.
Wow.
All right.
Pour of the night.
What time is it? How much time do we got left here?
I don't know.
We got some time.
We got
So,
some time.
should we ask the audience what we should do next?
Yeah, let's do a vote.
What should we do? Like, what are we going
What
to
are we
ask
gonna
them to
have
choose
them vote?
between?
Well,
What are we gonna have? Oh,
I mean,
you got something,
tonight
Dr.
or some other.
No,
Tonight.
right now.
No,
We'll do
tonight.
one more pour or something.
Oh,
We got some other
Well, we
bottles
got
to
the
open.
fresh crack.
We could just grab something mystery thing from the box.
I feel like
I don't know that we can end on anything else other than
It has
this.
to be. It has to be high note.
You almost don't want it.
What's that?
Redwood Empire.
Redwood Empire.
Oh, we could do the Jack Daniel's rye. Actually, that should be its own show, probably.
Yeah, it should. We haven't opened this.
No, that's the new one's next to it, I think.
If you want to do something really random, we can do it really quick. I am curious about.
Curiosity.
Rise.
I am curious. I've become curious. Adding a bourbon to a Blanco to see what happens.
Hey, let's see what happens.
You want to do that Lefroy?
Let's do that. We'll do that, and then we'll come back. We'll do a recap so we can get a sip of all this to close it out.
So we're gonna make Cazcanes more interesting.
Do you want to do it with the Cazcanes we have
Yeah,
already?
we should.
Or should we come back to the Cazcanes and reevaluate it first?
I'm not the fan of LaCroix, and that's gonna insult people or offend people. But some other bourbon or Scotch or whatever. I don't whichever one you guys
We'll
want to
try it. We'll grab a Blanco, and then we'll grab a bourbon, and then we'll do a recap after we do that.
Yeah, so we shouldn't touch those.
If we have,
Grab some Glencairns.
can we do it with a
What kind of
Blanco and then that you have an añejo as well? So we could do like the Blanco
what you're
bourbon
saying.
versus the añejo.
Okay. You want to do Tapatio?
Yeah, both.
I just see the Blanco right there.
Do you have the top tier añejo?
Yeah. I'll go grab that.
It's right downstairs.
Tell everybody what we're doing here.
So, someone, I forget who, I apologize, had suggested making a poor man's añejo by taking a Blanco and adding bourbon to it. And it's an interesting concept because, I mean, you know, tequilas are typically aged in bourbon barrels. So there's that, you know, what gets imparted in the bourbon is what would get imparted into the tequila through that process. I think it's an interesting question, and true to the
Trying to see if we have Dylan's pipette here.
looking
Trying
for
to get that accurate.
we're looking for a pipette to make sure it's accurate measurements. But I thought I'd be kind of curious to try it out. So I think that's what
Curiosity
the
Public?
plan is. Curiosity Public, or Curiosity Dr. Oju. By the way, I'm so saddened by this. This is one of my heartbreaks. This bottle is a 750. They used to be 1 liters for the longest time. Now they're 750s. What's the term, like-
So I have the Excellencia too. That's too much?
We can do the. We could do all three.
All right, so the 1 liter bottles, as he was saying. So we can compare that to the. So I brought Weller. I brought 1792 full proof, high proof,
Sure.
and
Sounds
readily available.
Hey, by the way, what's a term for like? It's not inflation, but when the size gets smaller and the price stays the same. Sizeflation? Something. There's a word for it. If someone knows the word.
When the size gets smaller, but the price stays the same.
Yeah, it tricks you into thinking that
Get a
the price doesn't
glass.
increase, but it does.
Shot glasses.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what the heck are we doing here? Let's see. Let's move. I'm moving Jules' glasses over.
I also just want to say that I believe this happened after Carlos left. So
Okay, so we're just putting 1 drop in, or we're gonna add a drop until we get to where we want to get.
I think we
Hey,
should.
technically this is a fresh crack.
That is.
I think we should do one drop at a time.
And then we build
Make
up
sure the
from there.
levels are accurate.
Should we measure these?
No, it looks.
No,
looks
that's
good.
pretty
Looks
good.
good. You're good.
Okay.
We'll tell you if it's too much, and you can drink the excess. That's pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a damn good.
Damn.
Look at the. It's like I pour a bottle like all the time.
Yeah. Every day.
Okay, and we're gonna add some full proof. I figured full proof because it's high proof, and it's pretty available. So we want to add some intense flavor.
We need some more glasses for the añejo.
Oh, to taste?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can just. Are we out of tequila glasses?
No, we got some.
We're going through like all of our glasses tonight. Okay, so should we start with 1 drop?
We should start with 1 drop.
All right. Am I doing this?
Yeah. But if this is, we need to get you guys a better pipette.
We have a better.
We
bite
do.
back.
I was trying to find it.
It's
but
the
I
glass
think-
pieces over
I think
there.
Dylan
is
took
it?
it. Oh,
you
is
have the
it?
one where you can
The
have.
tips are right there. I don't know where the actual.
Is this the machine?
Oh, yeah, this
no,
will
it's
do.
temperature.
This'll do.
No. We have the tips here
That's
for
fine.
the.
This is a drop.
I'm just gonna use
This
this.
is just a drop. I was just giving you a hard time.
Okay. Dylan's not here. He won't see this anyway. So 1 drop.
1 drop.
1. That's nothing.
Yeah, no, we need more.
2 drops.
Well, we want some color at least, so let's do like 4 drops. So 3 more.
So 2, 3, 4. Let's go 5.
At least.
5?
Yeah, 5.
That's not gonna do
That's
anything.
nothing.
Yeah, so.
4, 5.
Okay, we need a lot more than that.
Well, let's try it.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah. Messy counter today, guys.
Does anyone else find this interesting, or is it just me?
We got 95 folks watching, so hopefully you guys aren't bored
So
out of
they
your
gotta
minds.
watch it.
You wouldn't watch.
It looks exactly like we should have tried it. The Blanco.
For sure.
It
smells like-
It smells like Blanco.
Okay. No. No.
I'm getting nothing.
Tapka is delicious, though. But,
It's really good.
okay, let's. We might need something bigger than that little pipette. If you can just grab.
Where's the thing? It should be down here, dude.
There's all types of technical, scientific equipment down
It's
here.
right here,
For
dude.
those that can't see behind this, there's like
Dr. Ojo's blocking us.
all
right.
kinds of crazy things.
Let's get rid of this crap. And then what do I dial it up to?
What's it go? What size is this
Use
thing?
that right.
I got
Oh,
one.
you already got one.
99, is that the highest?
Is that 99?
Oh no, we go to 100.
No, higher than that.
Was it?
Oh, it's supposed to go to only to 100.
Well, 100 what though?
ULs.
Microliters. That's
Okay.
not much.
Is that less than what we just did?
Let's do that.
No, that looks like a lot.
100 microliters. Was it 0.1 milliliters? Is that right?
Let's do 2 of these. I think I could eyeball this better than this is going to go.
I think you're doing fine. You're doing
Oh
fine.
wait, there's air bubbles there. I don't know how to use this advanced scientific equipment. It's like how many licks to get to the center of the... It's the same, dude. It's...
Well, the color's
It
the
hasn't made
same, but that,
any
we added
difference,
you know, some more than a couple drops.
This is some lovely bro science.
That's the line of the night.
I think it's different.
it is starting to be different now.
It is different. I get like
Well, now I'm getting like the influence, right? Because it's becoming more savory.
let's
And
Let's go double
before we do that, let's do a little comparison of the
to the añejo.
yes.
I think the añejo will be the right comparo, not the excellence.
No,
here.
I just want an excuse to drink it.
You know what?
I still have a lot one excellency.
Oh really? How do you tell what the lot number is? Does it say it?
I don't. I bought it at the there like in the 90s or
Oh, really?
something or 2000. I don't know. Forget what it was.
Okay, let's. Okay, so you think this is going to be similar?
Yeah. I have no idea. I doubt it, but
no.
but we can kind of see the convergence or divergence.
Oh, I'm actually surprised I'm going to say this.
I don't think it's
I
anything.
think convergence.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe slightly, but
It's
it needs
getting
more.
closer. Yeah, it needs a lot.
I'm going to double it. I'm going to go 2, or we'll go 3.
Dude,
I think it's
just
getting
double
there.
it. So two more 100 microliters.
2 more?
Yeah, do 2 more. Also, we're drinking different amounts, so the dilution will be different.
Come on, it's science. It's exact.
I think you need to slow
It's
down your
exact-
drinking
it's
because
exact
you guys
on
are getting a little
paper.
more concentrated than
What can I say, man? It's a Friday.
Jules is.
I think we should double it.
Yeah.
Let's just. I
You
mean, it
already
takes
did.
1 second to
Maybe
try
more.
it. Let's try it.
Yeah, but we're drinking different amounts, as you said.
Well, take small sips.
I have been, but this guy's like chugging everything we put in front of him. It smells the same.
Well, we could drink from the same glass. That keeps it consistent. But
Okay, it's changing.
It's getting better, dude.
Is it getting better?
Yeah.
it's
Does it taste-
It's rounding out those edges.
Yeah.
But
It needs more. More.
I think you're gonna overshoot. Is my concern because like it's not as much fun as it was as a.
Let's try.
I think we're getting close.
I think we are getting close.
One more.
One more. Yeah.
Micro drops? What do I keep calling? What did I used to call these?
Microliters.
I know, I used to call them something else and Dylan would get pissed off at me.
What is the
Hey, Hattori Hanzo's in the house.
Hey.
what does a wrench mean?
He's a moderator.
He's a moderator.
I don't know why I made him a moderator because he's a loose cannon, but. I mean, he is. Come on. Oh, also one of our producers.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, producers.
Producer Guild.
All right. Dude, everything smells the same to me right now. Maybe it is converging.
It is, dude. Told you.
I really wish I had a fresher palate.
Oh my gosh. No, we're getting close, dude.
I don't know.
It's pretty good. I think we just let it open up a little longer.
The problem I realize is that we're adding a very high proof. We should have actually grabbed an 80 proof.
Oh, lower.
Well,
and added
also,
more of it. I wasn't thinking straight.
if you knew which barrels they use, you could pick the
Right. You can
bourbon
line it up.
Do you know
for
what?
it.
You don't know what Tapatio uses?
They have a ton of different barrels.
All right, are we done?
Yeah.
Let's just.
I know you wanted to do that.
See, now that looks right. Now it looks like an añejo.
Yeah, just add some coloring.
We have that too.
I really don't like this pipette. They've got ones that go like, I use some really small ones. This is 10-100.
Okay, now it just tastes like bourbon mixed with tequila. It actually tastes pretty good.
There's a really good cocktail.
I think I like
It's
that.
actually pretty good. I don't know why we've never thought to do this before. It's a new spirit category.
That's really good.
It's good, isn't it?
really good. Okay, there's a cocktail I enjoy. You can find it online called the Rio Grande, I think, made at a bar in San Francisco. I don't think they make it anymore, but someone posted the recipe. The bar is called 15 Romolo. And
That's a cool bar. I remember that place.
Yeah. It's got equal parts a reposado tequila, a bourbon, lime, lemon, and it has like a special kind of salty rim. But it is, well, it's super delicious, and it's actually it reminds me of this because it's a tequila bourbon cocktail.
Bourbon.
Yeah,
Nice.
hybrid. No, this is a. If you want to
actually
save a couple
lot-
bucks, you can buy a Blanco
Right.
and
A couple drops of bourbon.
yeah,
Good to go.
All right,
exactly
guys.
634 microliters.
I'm going to check in real quick here.
Wow, you remember?
Chat. Leo says, can't go wrong with Rare Breed, Russell's 10, and Russell's single barrel for available bourbons. Good choices there.
True.
Oscar, we already
Good
talked
choice.
about that. Harvey H says, awesome lottery pick. Heard great things about this Parker Heritage. What would you guys, yeah, so we talked a little bit how I think we'd score it. Matthew, what's up, man? Hey, everyone, barely popped in. What did I miss? My total one got Elijah Craig Private Barrel at 138 proof. It's got some stuff. It's some hot stuff, I think is what he tried to write. But yes, they're the hot, yeah. My brain is weird. East Coast Liquor Review says, only Parker's Heritage I had was a blend of 7 to 8 year bourbon finished in orange Curacao barrels for 4 months. Yeah, I think
Orange
Is
Curacao.
that the one we reviewed? We reviewed one of them on Bourbon Guild back in the day.
Yeah, that I don't remember.
And it was either that one or like the 11 year. I think it was like the 2017 or 2018 year release. One of those two.
I got no memory.
What are you laughing at?
I'm jumping ahead to East Coast. What is the mash bill of this experiment?
Wait, is Jules giving out of 10? Yes. Delightful, humble, Dr. Oju. Sorry I missed all these comments, guys.
Telling you guys.
Fermented shrimp paste
I
says,
have a
hey
new
guys.
diamond.
And I guess
Fermented what?
Fermented shrimp paste. This is his name. Hey guys, happy Friday. Sipping on some Ardbeg 10. Paper, rock, scissors. Close with shots of Everclear.
no.
Has the doctor tried Doers 32? He has.
Oh yeah, I think you poured me some
Yeah.
last time I was here.
Excuse me.
That
Do you need
is
some water?
it's delicious.
I had some. It's still
Do you
dry.
need some, tequila?
Some tequila.
As I mentioned, Hattori Hanzo here, fashionably late to the party. Wasabi, folks.
What's up?
Kagan C said, do Tapatio and Kentucky Owl.
Oh,
Shrinkification.
punchy enough.
Shrinkification.
No,
We're talking about the
that's not the word you're thinking of, is it?
inflation. Everybody's saying shrinkification.
What's shrinkification?
Oh, shrinkflation. Wow, I
Oh,
can't read it.
Shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation.
Okay,
Thank
that
you,
makes
guys.
I'm so dyslexic. Oh my god.
It's like, what's shrinkification? Yeah, shrinkflation. That makes sense.
That's
Shrinknado.
Shrinknado.
Oh man. Oh gosh.
Oh man, speaking of that, I just watched The Meg recently.
Oh.
Oh my god, have you guys seen that?
is that
So
the
stupid.
is that the
With
doll?
the megalodon shark.
Oh no, it's not. You know
So
who else is
entertaining,
coming
though.
out with a shark movie? The guy who did The Room.
Tony
Wiseau.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like he's doing like a shark movie as well now.
Oh man, they're hot.
Shark Week, dude.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, The Meg, y'all. That was on my Netflix recommend. I've not seen that.
Hey, Marvin stopped in. He said, here to like
Marvin.
and comment. Can't stay. Here to support with whatever time I can. Cheers, gents.
Appreciate
Love you guys. And I guess Dr. Oju now.
What does that mean? Now is that like? I
Well,
guess.
That's not
since you're
here.
Since you're here.
Oh, you're offended?
Guess. I guess
Everyone should
it's a
just
very
automatically
non-committal. It's
be
like,
in love
I guess
with
Dr.
you.
Oju now. I guess.
So LIH says, do they have drink hacks videos like what they're doing now? Do we have any? Yeah, we do. We made our own seagrass. We made our own barrel
right.
seagrass. We blended together.
Wait, did we ever release that?
Yeah, that got
Oh, did it?
released.
Okay.
We blended cheap rye with cheap apricot brandy, and we made our own seagrass. So you don't have to spend the money on regular.
We did
seagrass.
this whole food coloring
What is
experiment.
seagrass?
Seagrass is a whiskey.
Barrel.
It's a rye that's finished in like what was it? Apricot brandy.
Yeah.
And people were going crazy for it, and we were like, I think we can make this. So we made it.
Is this the blend?
Yes. Did you just kill that?
I did.
It's good.
I need to compare.
There's more of the 1792 here if you guys want to add it to yours, but I guess you don't need to.
guys-
All right, I'm almost done with the comments, and then we'll get our recap going here. Eyeball test, yes.
Eyeball test.
Actually, the eyeball is extremely accurate in a lot of types of measurements.
Yeah, nice to see Dutch
The
still
eye
can't
test.
read.
I love it.
Hattori Hanzo says, anybody seen Velocipaster?
What?
Hulu. The trailer alone is
That
worth
sounds
watching.
amazing. All right, thanks, Satori. I'll have to look that up.
Andrew Kopta says, can you guys do a video or stream on tequilas that are additive free versus the ones with additives to educate the public?
Actually,
Totally
that's,
could.
uh,
We
that's
could
a good
do a whole
tie-in
segment
to,
with
the tequila that I brought. I brought a tequila, which I don't know if you want to mention the name or not, but
You can, yeah. He brought an old Espolón.
I'll show the bottle real quick. That's okay, right?
And yeah, of course.
So Espolón was actually one of the very first distilleries I visited way back when. This is the old
Dude,
metal
check out this
label.
bottle, guys.
Close up here.
This is the old metal label Espolón.
Look at that.
They were so generous. My first time I had a proper like Mexican barbecue with like the big onions grilled. It was delicious.
nice.
Super nice. Anyways, delicious product. At that time, they were also making. It looks like I got that in Spain, maybe even.
Yeah. It does say Spain.
Yeah, you have to find dusty bottles globally. You have to look for dusty bottles globally.
That's so cool.
They were actually making Corazon, and it was the exact same juice, no modifications. It was, to me, it was kind of entertaining because they would put the same juice in two bottles, but the Corazon was more expensive. But
Old
this is,
Corazon, right?
yeah, the original. I think the distilleries moved as well, probably more than once. But this is additive free, and what you're getting now is additive, and I think the thought is to do a side by side, and you can kind of see how it's changed.
Yeah, so this is the añejo.
I can't even tell on the bottle, but I'm pretty sure it is giving the color. I think it's like, yeah, it's been so long. This has been sitting in my closet for many years.
Repo.
It's a Repo. Yeah, look how dark it is for
So
Repo
dark,
too.
yeah. And it has a Weller cap.
It does.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait,
'Cause
did
it
it
broke.
come like
No,
that?
no, no.
Oh, okay.
He showed up and he's like, the cork is pretty sketchy.
Got
Do
it.
you have something I can put in
I'll show
here?
the cork's the sketchy cork.
So the cork.
Oh, yeah.
We'll show
Look
you
at
guys
that.
what happened.
What
there,
the
yeah.
heck?
The reason it has a Weller cork is because the original cork is on its
Warped.
last legs.
Yeah, you can see
Not
that.
say
in
the
very
least.
good shape there.
I was looking through my collection. That one had a slightly lower fill, I think, through evaporation, but it's not oxidized, so it's still
Yeah,
good.
still good.
Are we going to drink these again?
Yes.
Yeah,
So let's do
we're
our
gonna do a
recap. Let's do our recap. So we started out tonight with
start
the
with-
Cazcanes new versus old. And let's go. Let's revisit these. Let's see if anything's changed. So the red, I believe, was the new, right?
Your tequila less.
No, the red was the old. Green was the new, right? Yeah, that's right.
Was it red was old, green new? Okay.
Green is the new. Red was the old. Yeah. And let's see. Has the nose changed?
Hey, is it possible to get some more glasses on the table? I don't think I have enough.
Yeah, I still get the rubber.
Oh my God! Yes, in
The
the
nose is
blind,
the new.
it's like
I don't. It's
it's rubber eraser, guys.
That's the wrong one. That's the old.
Green. It should be smelling green.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's still there.
Dude, it has not changed.
Yeah, nose. The red is the old one's definitely better on the nose. Palate.
Better. Better. Good is a different story, but better, yes.
Oh, green's good.
Oh man, red is good too.
I'm just a Highland person. That's
Wow.
delicious.
You know what?
Wait, which one's the?
I don't think I have a preference
which one's the
anymore
old?
on the palate.
Red.
Red's the old one. Mm-hmm. I like the taste better than the red now.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
green is-
it worked a little better.
It's changed. It was the other way around earlier.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny, the green got spicier for me.
The green just got.
I think the green feels more muted to me.
I love how nuanced this is. Like one of the things that for me was very eye opening is like just looking at G4 and how it's the same. Everything's the same, but they changed what water source they use, the minerality of it, and how impactful that is.
Yeah.
Blows me away. So all these small changes and how impactful they are. And it's just one of the things I love about agave.
Yeah, fascinating. So, I guess our consensus is maybe the slight preference for the old. What do you guys think? Nose is definitely better on the old.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they're fine tuning their process at their new place still. I don't want to write them off completely because I do like what they're doing. I think they're doing things right. It's priced like a premium. I don't know that they should really be commanding that just on flavor alone, but
Good synopsis, Dutch.
that's all I got.
It's a good synopsis.
Let's go to next. Next up was the Blanton's challenge. So we had the Takara Red. I'll get these out of the way for you. That's not really out of the way, but we had the Takara Red and regular Blantons that we did a side by side of. Green was the regular Blanton's, red was the Takara. Let's see. I think we all agreed we preferred the Takara.
Yeah. Not the price point.
But even then, it was only slight. But you know what? On the nose, the Takara is really nice, man.
Oh, the regular one's not bad, dude. It's
Yeah, but
opened
the
up.
red still has more depth.
I think it's because I have so much of the regular one still. Because you poured me half a liter.
I wish the price difference was not as great because
Right.
the red is definitely a lot more interesting to me.
I don't know. On the nose, I don't get a lot of difference personally. Palate.
I do.
Oh, the red, hands down, man. Wow. The depth is just greater than the regular.
I think the moral of the story
A little more spice, too.
is you need to book a flight and go to Japan and buy it there. You get
Drink it there.
the lower price point and you get a trip out of Japan. So I think that's the best.
On the
That's
palate,
a win and win.
it's much richer.
Oh, yeah, right?
Much more
The
depth.
Takara. you mean.
The Takara is much richer, yeah. The nose for me is a wash, but palate, no question, Takara is better for me.
And what was the price difference that you think it's like worth? How much more are we willing to pay for that palate difference?
Well, if I'm saying I can buy a regular blends at 70,
That's if, though, man, because your chances are.
I mean, I only buy it if I see it at
Yeah, me
MSRP
too.
anymore.
Yep.
And I still get I feel like I get a couple bottles a year, I feel like. Because I give them as gifts.
Get a Costco run.
Yeah, if they show up at Costco, or if Total Wine sends me an email saying, hey, we have plans for you, I'll pick it up, give it to somebody as a gift. What would I pay for the Takara? I mean, 100 is the absolute tops. But if I already had one in my collection,
I'd go up to 150.
I'm saying 100.
I'm a cheapskate. I do 120 probably.
Really?
120.
$30 more, dude.
No.
I'm sticking with 100.
You can
It's
get
good.
a
If you
red
love Blanton's,
Right.
it's pretty good.
I think,
But
I think
not
for me, it's,
what
I
you
don't
got
have
in
the
that.
experience you have in terms of knowing what the price points are for all
Well-
the different scotches, bourbons, but like,
I love the Blanton's Gold, which I feel like if you're at 150, you're going to pay 200 and get that.
True.
Because it's way better. It's higher proof. 103. It's got the better mouthfeel. But this is good. I mean, I like it. It's
just not worth
super
that
tasty.
much.
Super tasty. Okay, well, that was interesting. So we say ultimately Takara definitely better. Whether it's worth $200, that's up to you and how much you're willing to spend. I think that's a bit much personally. I don't think I'd buy another one at 200.
go
I'm
to
glad-
Japan and buy one.
I'd go to Japan. I'd get one in Japan for cheaper. It's a nice bottle to have on your shelf. It's a nice conversation piece. Our final pour.
Pour of the night.
Pour of the night, no question, was the Parker's Heritage. I have only a little sip left.
If we
too.
mix that with tequila, what happened?
No. How dare you?
Oh man, I would not do that. Well, let's see if I can get
No,
my
I'm not
nose up.
suggesting we do. I'm not suggesting we do. I'm just.
Oh, my God. It's still so good.
It's
It's everything, man.
I'm getting so much more chocolate now than it initially.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
But it's just chocolate drizzled on fruit, stewed like peach, like we were saying before.
Oh yeah.
I'm even getting like graham cracker, like the
one
cinnamon
small sip left here.
with your yawn.
Well, all this extra tequila Dr. Oji made me drink. All right, guys, cheers.
Cheers. I'm killing this one. Wow. Oof. Fantastic. I think we have new diamond, man. Calling it
You may
now.
be right. You may be right. All right, guys, we're going to wind down here. I'm going to check in with the chat one last time, and then we'll kill the stream. I don't think there's a ton
Happy
of
Friday
questions
night.
here.
Thank you for joining us.
Kagan C says, heading out, y'all. Going to show my friends some overpriced Suntory products in Little Tokyo. Thanks for joining tonight,
Nice.
Dr. Oju.
Yes.
East Coast Liquor Review says, awesome label on the Espolon. It's unfortunate we are at a time where companies must decide to lose quality to keep the same price or increase price to keep the same quality. It's happening with almost every type of spirit nowadays.
Is that really the case, or is it about chasing profits? Because, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, or lose
Because-
quality,
because-
lose
we-
quality to increase profits.
Because I mean, we had like you know, the agave prices are very cyclical, and we had the prices go really high, and then the prices dropped, but then the tequila prices stayed high again. So
Well, also,
It's-
I mean, tequila's getting hot. I mean, there's more and more
supply
people.
demand. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think people just I don't know. It is what it is.
Tori Hanzo says, great live, guys. Hate I missed most of this one.
We miss you too, man. Thanks for joining, though. When you could.
Michael S. says, when's Parker Heritage Drink Group? I don't know, man.
That's going to be a while.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to shut
Sorry
it
to
down.
say.
Thank you all for joining us. And we did do our other thing we did, which was we added 1792
Oh,
to
that's
Tapatio Blanco to try to make it into Tapatio Excelencia.
Or
Añejo, and it didn't really work,
but it was good.
but we made an
You're
interesting
getting
thing.
close.
So, moral of the story is if you have some bourbon that you don't really want to drink, and you have some tequila that you don't think is great, maybe try mixing them. Maybe
There you
it'll be really tasty. And on that note, good night.
Good night.
Stay curious.